Hi humans, it's Zoe London from proverbs, and welcome back to my little Bible study series where we are quite literally just lifting the veil of theocracy on Christianity and reading what is literally actually in the Bible. So we're going to continue on with chapter 3 of the book of Proverbs, and verses 9 and 10 in chapter 3, they say, "Honor the Lord with thy substance and with the first fruits of all thine increase. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy presses shall burst out with new wine." So what that basically means in like modern English is when you honor God first in everything that you do, whether that be a business venture, a creative endeavor, just your work in general, when you honor God first, not only is that just something that is customary for people who are Christians to do, but it also ensures that whatever the endeavor that you're aiming to do, whatever venture that you're doing, that you will be blessed by God and that it will be successful. So that's actually the reason that I'm starting my YouTube series with my Bible study. It doesn't all have to be, monetary, as long as it starts with honoring God and honoring God first. So I think that that's really important, both in terms of, a customary Christian thing to do, but also in terms of ensuring that you are starting off whatever you want to start off with on the right foot. And it's basically like, make the plan, work the plan. That's kind of a saying in my family where, you don't just sort of dive into things, you make your plan and then you work the plan. But when you sort of make the plan and the ultimate purpose is to honor God and to act like a proper representative of God, a proper representative of Christ, a proper follower of God in Christ, you are ensuring that your plan involves the incredible moral compass that is in the Bible. Again, I keep saying that because, I converted to Christianity when I was older. I mean, I was baptized Anglican, but like I grew up very secular. I didn't really take it seriously. But as somebody that didn't grow up in a super Christian environment, I gotta say, the Bible, literally best advice just in general that you're ever going to get on how to be a good person and how to make sure that you're doing the best thing possible, that you're thinking the best way possible, that you're keeping your mindset grateful, God focused. It brings a lot of peace to you because of the fact that you're not like the center of the universe and the entire world doesn't rest on your shoulders because God, right? But in terms of making the plan, working the plan, we've already talked about this in the book of Proverbs, where there's been quite a few verses already about like avoiding bad people, not doing bad things, stuff like that, right? And when it comes to, making the plan, working the plan on anything new that you're doing, anything exciting that you want to do, anything that you really want to succeed, when you make sure that you center what you're doing around doing it as a follower of God, you're going to consistently make sure that you're checking in with the Bible. You're consistently going to be thinking about your next steps. You're going to be making sure that you are treating everybody involved very kindly, and you're not going to fall into any of the traps that, bad people accidentally set for themselves, because we already went over this, but bad people, they don't even know what it is that makes them stumble. So I definitely think that honoring the Lord is like always the sort of number one thing to do, not just as a Christian, but also because of the fact that it just centers everything around a really tried and true moral compass, and it's just not going to lead you astray. So that is what I get from verses 9 to 10 in chapter 3 of book of Proverbs. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, cool. Awesome.